that there's no use for your appendix and your tonsils. But your appendix and your tonsils are used for vibratory functions to activate your Merkaba, to activate some additional strands of DNA that you have. In ancient Hebrew, the Ra is what they call it. Not Hayim, but they call it Ra. It's been taken out of ancient Hebrew too. Oh, pardon me, it's in ancient Hebrew, but it's been taken out of modern day Hebrew too, because modern day Hebrew has been de-emphasized. And the image, because these languages had ideographic and pictographic meanings, the image of the Ra in ancient Hebrew represented the double helix. Winding staircase. Now, why would they associate that tone to a double helix? Or something that looked reminiscent to the Kundalini rise? Why is it when babies are born, they say, he gets hungry, put a pacifier in his mouth. What are you pacifying? When that pacifier goes in his mouth, pay attention. He won't go. He won't do it no more. Baby does to keep the pineal gland uncalcified. To decalcify the pineal gland or to keep it, whereas it won't have to undergo no calcification. Chanting or speaking in the right tones will see to it that your glands will not be calcified. Worst thing you can do is give your baby a pacifier. It contorts their tone. A lot of us sick. What's some of the sounds we make when we get sick? That's a letter, you know. You be like, damn. But in another language, you hit that K hard. But we feel like we look like idiots when we learn new languages. I feel stupid. What's another one? The Q. How come the Q and the K sound so much alike? You ever made fun of Africans and you say they be throwing those spit shoes? That is the original sound for Q. They de-emphasized it. Because that sound helps your appendix do the job that it was designed to do for you. That sound helps the tonsils do the job that it was designed to do for you. And people say polite is going crazy. But someone told you who has a degree, which tells us that they have some level of information you definitely can read and write. You've been to school 5-7 years. And you come and you tell me that you have appendix and tonsils in your body for no reason whatsoever. God just created you. Said we're going to put a little of this in, put a little of that in. And the angel said, what's that for? I just put it in. I ain't no purpose in particular. Just felt like putting it in. Does it make sense? He said, oh, you don't need that. Take it out. Because he's de-emphasizing you. He says, take it out. When we making children, matter of fact, they say that you gotta make what? Make wedding vows? Sound like vowels. And in Proto-Semitic languages, when you put two vowels together to produce one sound, it's called a diphthong. In Proto-Semitic languages, it's called a diphthong. Well, women vibrate. This is music now. Women vibrate on sharps, and men vibrate on flats. Women vibrate on sharps, men vibrate on flats. We're vowels. And when we come together, we produce a diphthong, a new sound. And when you're giving birth, when you're making babies, you want them to come into this world on the D. Come into this world on the D in the bass clef of middle C. Come into this world on the D in the bass clef stemming from middle C. And for those of us that are not too familiar with that sound is, I'm talking about the 18th octave coming from an 88 key piano. 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. Those of us that are trying to pinpoint the sound on a smaller piano, if you have a smaller piano, it would be the 9th white octave. See, they got us again in the community. For most of us, it's like, Daru? You know, we all going to leave and say that shit was deep, but many of us still ain't understand what the hell was going on. Because we don't read music no more. So in short, when you're making a baby, you want the baby to come out on D major. In other words, the sound that pulsates from the womb when a child is born is Om. That's why in Arabic, the word for mother was Om. Then it turned into when they start playing with the tones. Things to make you go The word for mother originally was Om. Aum. But it turned into It turned to Ummi. So we want to stay on that resonant frequency. When people say there's aliens, you say there's aliens for like I think you're crazy. No, other dimensions do exist. From one right angle to the next right angle. They exist. You just don't see it. But now you're coming in closer and closer contact with this extraterrestrial experience. Because the autumnal equinox of 2012 represents your first official right angle in the cosmos. This is dimensional talk now. I'm talking dimensional talk. So the first right angle that you're about to make begins on September 22nd. And shortly after that, your second right angle from that right angle begins on December 21st, the winter solstice. So you got one autumnal equinox and two, the winter solstice. And these two right angles give you a new dimension. You ever drew a cube on paper? You drew one square, you drew another square, and when you plugged in the lines, if you realize, you create perpendiculars. You create right angles. So we're looking at the same thing when we're talking about the alignments. They're creating a dimensional shift where these dimensions all exist on the same plane. Got beings that exist right here as we exist, but you don't see them. But because of the new alignments, you know what's happening to people now? They're starting to see stuff at the corner of their eye. Then they turn it around and say, what was that? I feel like somebody's running by. Just the other day, I was in my house. I was sitting here talking to my family. There's a mirror right here on the door. And while I was talking to my family, something was blocking the view because I should have saw myself. So I turned around and I literally saw a being standing right there. And it looked at me as though to say, you can see me? I turned my head, look at my family, turn back, don't see it. Normally you feel these things. It feels like a shadow on the wall, just going right by real quick. And you turn your head, you're like, I know something's here. You can't shake the feeling. But, you know, we see all the knuckleheaded nutcase movies, so nobody wants to say, I be seeing things. You want to keep it to yourself. And that's why most of us don't go crazy. Because what happens when you can't talk to nobody about these experiences? See, the only people that have a tendency to talk about these experiences are the really crazy people in our community, unfortunately. So when we understand with the children, like I had to learn as a father, stop the Negro activity when I got to educate my children. What that mean? I was giving the wrong vibes to my child, trying to teach my child. Because the way I was showing discontentment, she took it more serious than I took it because of the tones. Children respond to the tones, they don't respond to the words. You say, stop. That could probably shatter their whole world. They only was in the womb for 9 months. Silence in a meditation position, they call a fetal position. Conceiving, conception, conceptualizing. They come out to these big, bright halogen lights. A shock to their central nervous system. And people that yell at them to express their discontent instead of show love. We're destroying each other. And I got a homework assignment for everybody in here. The homework assignment is get 3 glass bottles, some rice, put the same amount of rice in each of the 3 glass bottles, keep them in the same room, tell 1 glass bottle of rice, yes, I'm telling you, talk to the rice. Tell 1 glass bottle of rice, I love you, I love you, I love you, 3 times a day. Anybody else that's in the house, tell them participate. Tell the next glass bottle, I hate you 3 times. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Then the other glass bottle, just ignore it while you say those to the other 2 glass bottles. You know what you find? The one that you ignore goes sour quicker than the other one that you said, I hate you. Ignoring life is more dangerous than disrespecting it. But guess what? The rice bottle that you say, I love you to, it ferments and gives off a nice smelling scent. What does this tell you? Energy, tones, and frequencies are real. And if you don't believe me, it only takes 21 to 30 days to see this before your eyes. Practical information. Please buy 3 glass bottles, put rice in it, tell one I love you, tell one I hate you, and do that in front of the other glass bottle. You see, you get jealous. It's going to smell like jealousy. It's going to smell like jealousy. And that bottle will offend you when you smell the smell. It's true. So then we got to start taking into consideration what kind of people we surround ourselves by. Because if energy can do that, just imagine how we be cussing and carry on in front of our children. Arguing in front of our babies. We destroy them from young. But you see, you can't see energy, so you don't think it exists. So we talking about this pole shift and this equinox. We got to take tonation, energy, and frequencies into consideration. You see, sometimes, because we are very real people, we always pride ourselves in keeping it real. So you need somebody to come with a fit cap sometime to teach you. Because if it just seems too out there, that's spooky stuff. We just ain't the Buddhist type of people. We're a very masculine race of people. There's feminine races, there's masculine races. We just real belligerent when it comes to certain things. I'm in the hood one day doing my qigong. I'm over here doing stuff like this. And you know, Negroes looking at me like something wrong with me. Don't even understand these are your sciences. And they look so unfamiliar to you, you disrespecting me. So I don't care, I just go in. Blink of an eye. Police pull me over, step out the car. Hey, what you doing? I'm building a force field. There's no talking. Get away. That's what I do. You don't believe me. Brother was in the car with me where we had a demon chasing us. And I told him, this is a demon, man. People don't understand. I'll tell you, it's a demon. I don't care what nobody say. I have a high cognition for these type of things. When I know I have real spiritual business to do, you wouldn't believe the forces. I have to print my books. We print and buying our books ourselves. Every printer shop that we went to in Brooklyn, printers shut down to print the covers for my book. I was in the city 5, 6, and 7 in the morning. She told me the Kinko's is 24 hours. You can get the covers to your books done. I said, all right, because we print and we buying our books, but I pay for the covers to get printed. I go to Kinko's, store is closed with the lights off. The brothers in here can tell you. Where you at? Right there. Store's closed, lights off. I drive back home, it's 3 in the morning. I drive back home, it's 3 in the morning. You know what happens? 3 in the morning, I say, yo, that store's not 24 hours. I'm telling my wife, right? I said, it's not 24 hours. Yes, it is. She calls, hello. Giddy white man picks up the phone, hello. Like it ain't 3 in the morning, he just loved to work. Hello. I said, what number you call? She said, I called the number. She said, what are your hours? He sounds upset. Like, miss, I told you 24 hours. So she said, well, we just went there and the lights were off. He said, no, we was here the whole time. But the brother was with me. We drove to the same store. I went back out there because I said, I gotta have the covers for the books tomorrow. I sleep every other day. So it's not like too much pressure on me. Well, my brother was pressure. He like, you gonna go back out there? I said, yeah, I got other stuff I gotta do, man. Go out there, store open. Spirit forces, you just wouldn't believe the type of things that happen. You wouldn't believe what happens when you really have something to do. It makes us better because it builds character if we persevere event. But if we don't persevere, it could really destroy us. You'd be surprised how much people start just getting possessed when you got real spiritual things to do. Distractions. And you got to be smart enough to know, don't deal with the distractions. Don't do it. Don't deal with it. So I've been in it for a long time. And I can tell you that upon trying to get these covers printed, she can tell you. Amun-Re can tell you. This is not the first time. Over 6 people who do printing say, my cover print ain't working no more. This is the 5th lecture in a row that when I need to get covers done, all the printers we go to in the immediate area, it's not working. But you tell this to people, they say, man, you a conspiracy theorist, you just want to gas people out. I'm like, yo, listen, this stuff be happening. I'm telling you this be happening so you can be prepared. In our household, we don't let no one touch the computers because we stay alive because of our computers. We say, no one touches it if they get upset. Because in ancient languages, the word for electricity, like you have cataracts. And then you have cataracts would be like your cherub or your cherubim or those who draw near. And a lot of people associate them to negativity or disagreeable angels. And the same word for disagreeable angel is electricity. So that Holy Spirit that we know to be an unholy spirit, because ain't no way in hell when you get a Holy Spirit, you need 3 women to come lock you in so you don't bang your head on the pole. That is not a Holy Spirit. It's a current that's going through the room. It is a current. We all exist by way of a network of consciousness. It is a current that goes through the room. So some of us personified by way of sound, while others of us personified by way of electricity. A lot of your disagreeable beings and entities personified by way of electricity. While a lot of us, children of the Most High, personified by way of tones. How you know? Because it calls person. What is person? Personas. Per means 2 and sonus means sound. 2 sounds. What are the 2 sounds? The 2 sounds that make your being. They call you what? Individual. What is an individual? Inside divided by dual. 2. High pitch and bass. Disagreeable and agreeable. It's all about tones, man. It's all about tones. It's all about sounds. It's all about frequencies.